Hello there, I am Photius, and welcome back to Grim Dawn. We are working with our Nightblade here, who's currently using Phantasmal Blades, just to level up and get through some content here. The goal is to reach Homestead and join Kaiman's Chosen, so that we can get Necromancer afterward, Bone Harvest, and so we can farm some very particular gear and such. So we're kind of taking the hard way through it, but we're just playing on veteran, normal, nothing crazy, and I am just going with items that I find instead of pulling things from stash, anything like that. So we're going to continue. Now my first goal here today is simple. I want to get a crossbow that will help with Phantasmal Blades. I know a place to get it. It's just a matter of, can I get it? I might get lucky since I'm kind of showing this off. Who knows, but I gotta go this way. And these guys are gonna show up, cause problems, but not for me, for themselves. I'm pretty tough now. Good resistances. Last time I came through here, these guys wanted to tear me apart. Now I am tearing through them. Before, I think I was like maybe 16 when I tried to see what I could do here. Now I'm 19. Doing much better. Having an easier time with guys. There we go. Now we're going to go fight who I affectionately call Rest in Peace Scum. There's reason for that. Let's see. Hello, boys. Yep. Now, he's a bit dangerous. I kind of need to clear out his cronies first, because he just got his whole gang here. There we go. No problem now. Alright, come get me. I'll let him hit himself a little bit. Oh no! And he says all this mean stuff to me, and I say, rest in peace, scum. That's it. He's done for. Now, there can be a totem that appears up here. It's a little bit special, the totem, because it can, if you have the, if you have Forgotten Gods, which I think you have to even see the totems, but with Forgotten Gods, it, the totem up there can have creatures from Ugdenbog at it, which is, as far as I know, one of the earliest times that you can experience those creatures. There might be another couple totems. You know, there probably are totems over in the East March. Didn't think about that. But there's probably totems that can spawn out in the East March that do that too. And you can get there if you happen across Dynamite early, which can happen. It's fairly rare. But the Ugdenbog creatures are interesting because there are a few belts they can drop that have a +1 to stats for certain classes and do kind of unique conversions. So it actually could be a strategy to try to get one of those, but that is going to be a very difficult strategy to try to farm out, I will admit. Not something I want to do, and I actually can't think of a reason right now why you'd want to do that. Who knows, maybe I'll come across a good reason one day. My goal, though, is I am heading toward a particular place over here. Oh, no, I just realized something. Gotta kill these guys and then I can do it. There was a devotion shrine I got last time, and I never set that point, did I? I sure didn't, which is perfect. I can put it on Twin Fangs. We're going to put that on Phantasmal Blades. Twin Fangs will shoot this little kind of like, I don't know, it kind of looks like 2 hooked teeth or something that fly at enemies. They do piercing, vitality, and it steals life. It does a little bit of main hand damage. It's 10%. It's negligible. It does get stronger as I gain levels and experience, but it should help a lot with dealing with enemies out here. Okay. There is a totem over here. I don't know if I want to do this right now. Oh good, I clear the skeletons very nicely. Alright. I was worried about how fast I would clear these guys, but I seem like I'm doing fine. Okay, that energy component I put on helps a lot. I got an Unholy Inscription. This is also a very good hand component, but it competes with this one, so I kind of have to decide what I'm going with. There's a chance I may decide to go with this just because it dropped, so I have access to it, and I really don't have the energy to deal with the energy regain right now. Okay, these guys, oh man. Alright, Good thing about these guys, these are the kind of guys I want to fight. Bad thing is, they are the wrong ones. I need the ones that have crossbows. And they are slowing. Which one's slowing? That one back there. I think that one might be one I definitely want to fight. Alright, so I'm chipping him away. See, he's level 21 now. He don't seem to care much about what I do to him. And my twin fangs should shoot occasionally. I believe as he's bleeding. I don't know if those guys do much for bleeding. They are ghosts. I mean, how much are you going to hurt a ghost bleeding? See, that is a problem. That is immobilization. I should have popped this if I was worried. I really wasn't worried, but... This is why we don't like these guys. These big guys, we don't like them. They're bad to have to deal with. Okay. This is more problematic than I thought. I probably won't do this totem next time it's present. I just wondered how I would do, you know? It's more dangerous than I thought it was. Now, if my resists were not high, I would be dead, because these skeletons do a lot of good piercing damage. You know, bravo to them. Spectral Warmaw. I'll take that one, thank you. The problem is, this big guy keeps summoning ghosts. Okay, I am hitting him, that's good. Okay, we're gonna do this for a second. We're gonna dash out as soon as we can. There we go. Oop, I missed that. Blade Dancer's Handguards. Is that anything I want? Nah, probably not. I'm gonna sell it, but... Okay. Well, these War Mauls are nice if you're using Wendigo Totems or Siphon Souls. They have bonuses to this. Ah, that guy was kind of explaining why I felt like they were gaining a bunch of life. He's a regenerator. So I gotta go ham on him. Try to tear him up before he can gain too much life back. It is eating all my energy to do this, but I did it. He did have a crossbow. Notice he did not drop it. So, no crossbow for me. I'm looking for the one that these guys drop. It's like a ghostly crossbow. So, these totems will spawn... They basically have a set amount of enemies that they spawn. I don't know the full mechanics. But basically, as you kill a few of them, the next group will kind of pop out. Oh, Mistwalker leggings. These are so nice. Move speed, Aether, and Elemental resist this early. These are way better than mine. They're level 20, though. I gotta wait. Leather belt. No, don't need pet things. And a Stormcaller's Gem. This is a amulet that is useless to me. If I were doing a lightning retaliation build, it might be handy, but they are not. I'm reorganizing some things here. Okay, my energy held up okay, but I may want to switch back to a focus, because I think that would help a lot. But not this one. That one's awful. These global ones are both... Well, they are acid vitality. I didn't pay attention to that. Okay. I do a bit of vitality. I'm gonna... Well, it doesn't matter. I think it does. I think it does. I don't have anything in my shield. How do my resist look after I do this? Acid's down a tiny bit. Let's do that. We're not going to see acid with the ghosts in here. But the extra vitality resist should give me a bit more punch, and I don't think they resist vitality as much as you'd think. Because it's like a life energy thing. Maybe the idea is they are made of life energy, so that's why it doesn't, they're not immune to it. Okay, these crossbow guys are what I want. I want one of their crossbows. They seem to often drop them. Not that time. It's going to be a green crossbow if it drops. You'll know it if you see it. Okay, and my scrap scores are kind of going back up, and I did gain a level. 20 is really good. Let's see here. There are going to be a bunch of guys hopping on me. I like taking one of these. See, I should be adding more stat points. I don't know if I want to put another point in Phantasmal Blades. What's the energy increase to? It increases by just a couple. That might be worthwhile. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Oh, we go up to our next projectile. Okay, okay. We definitely want to do one more level there. Oh, okay, let's take it. So now we got 4 blades. They are more expensive, though. So, we're going to see what we can do. This will increase how fast we get through riffraff like these guys. Wait, you're not supposed to summon guys? Oh, they're not. These guys just spawn in, you know. Ghost things. Cute little ghost things. And sometimes there's a crossbow guy over here. There's not. Sometimes the devotion shrine over here summons one. And if I didn't explain where I'm at, I'm in an area I'm technically not supposed to be in yet, you know. That's such good resist on gloves this early. And vitality damage. I'm gonna have to wear those. I'm gonna have to. I have no choice here. That's too good. And lowering the cast speed's okay because I have so much of it. I don't have so much. Look at my cast speed. It's down here. Tab 2, cast speed 118. That's really not very much. Okay, we're gonna start this. This can be bad because a couple of the guys in here have Shadow Strike. I heard a crossbow. I hope for the best. Oh, that's not good. I went the wrong way. I thought I was pointed down. I was pointed toward them. Okay, I am doing okay damage, though. They are slowing me so much, it's annoying. Who is summoning the skeletons? That's rude. You guys are ghosts. You and skeletons can't be buddies. Okay, one of these guys go down. Yep, a couple more showed up. The dual-wield guys will do some good damage, like this guy. He's sitting here casting now. What's he doing? Ah, stop. Throwing meteors at me, that's rude. Well, that's a bummer. So, I got one of these. This is actually in pretty good shape. Like, that's a pretty good weapon that I'm not going to use. Also another set of good gloves. Bleeding, elemental, chaos. Kind of the same thing. Has less cold and no piercing. But those aren't bad either. The piercing resist is now over 80%, so we might leave that. Spectral bludgeon, that's just a, you know, ghostly beat stick. And pauldrons. Good armor, but the resists are kind of bad. So we're going to sit on that. These gloves aren't anything I want. And yeah. Alright, so we talked before how we're going to switch some gear out here. I'm just going to pop these two on. I have a hunch that they work out well. I can't wear that? Why not? 211. 196. Okay, we need a bit more physique. 210, really? 210? Okay, that's why we have points. Let's see where we're at with that. Resists are pretty good. Piercing's down a little bit. Vitality is higher. Aether is much higher. That's pretty good, because we're going to see more Aether before we see Chaos. I want that component back, though. So I do want that. It's not that big of a deal for where we're at right now. So, not going to worry about it too much. Yeah, this was reducing attribute requirements, so that's why. Okay. Nothing I got makes this much better. And I didn't take off any of the salves or this stuff. And this just gives life. Seems fine to me. My elemental's a little overstacked at the moment. That's pretty funny. That means I cannot take elemental resist on something, and I'm going to be fine. So, anything here I want to do that with? I mean, this loses Aether, Elemental, and Vitality for a little bit of Pierce. A lot more life, I'll give it that. But probably not. Okay. Devotion point. So we have Bat now, so we can sell back this point to do something else. I recall that part of my goal is going for Red Tosh. Bat gives me red and green, which is important for Ratosh. So we could do Jackal next. Jackal's a pretty good one. I like Sailor's Guide, just in general. And I did say something about getting Crane. I do want to get Crane, Lion, this, and then sell back Lion. That's kind of my goal there. Let's see. Vitality, Elemental, damage, Spirit Weapons, Poison Acid. Yeah, I might head for Crane next. I may save points and double check my plan before I continue, because I'm gonna get one more point on the way to Krieg, and even if I sell that point back, take this, that'd get me 1, 2, this one, maybe 3 total. I'd have. I'd give some Poison Ashers this. That might be handy enough. I feel like, though, more impactful would be Sailor's Guide, but that does get me closer to this. I'm going to need 6 anyway. Or I could get more green. I don't know if I want to do that yet, though. See, I got to get Chariot of the Dead at some point, too. Alright, we'll come around to it. We'll come around to it. It's one of those, like, I gotta make a decision thing. We're the crossbow guys. The sad thing is there's not very many of them this early. There's one. Those are my main targets. I think they have a pretty low chance to drop them. Like, I'm gonna guess 5% chance. I think it's lower. Not gonna lie. There's one. It's not bad either. Okay. Well, so much for my little grumble thing there. And what's gonna happen here is a bit of a problem. It's gonna raise my damage significantly, but it's also going to make it to where it's gonna cost a lot to cast this thing. Okay. It's a crossbow. We're converting physical to vitality, which is excellent. Gives cast speed. This gives poison and acid resist. 4 to Phantasmal Blades. Now I have 2 from this, so I'm only going to get 2 more. It also adds 2 projectiles to Phantasmal Blades and turns it all into vitality, which I think that's one of my highest damage types. Doesn't matter too much. 112%. Yeah, that counts. Alright, pull the trigger. Bonk. So we pop that on. Oh, we can't use it because of Cunning. This is why I save points. So Cunning, we need to have 190. No problem. Got him. 2 points. Now we have this. Look at Phantasmal Blades damage. Much higher. But also, it is chunking my energy now. That is okay. It's going to be alright. The total damage is Vitality and Bleeding. That is swell. That is going to cause some harm to things. I just have to be careful. Ooh, and they're nice and pink. Okay, this guy's he's a tough cookie. This early, he has a lot of life and a lot of defenses, and he blocks. And I'm missing. What the heck? Is his defenses that high? Oh, geez, they're really high. Yeah. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think they were quite that high. All right. I'll take this longsword. Take this. Thank you. Nope. Raidlith. So when I do get a hold of them, I do some good damage. There are some explorer footpads there. I'm gonna have to steal your treasure, bro. Just need a little burst on him. So he leashes somewhere over here. There he goes. So the leash is like, he has a maximum distance he can go. I'm trying to do damage while I can to him. Trying to make use of the shotgunning here. he's just not taking much damage from me. So it's funny, I didn't realize he had deflect and block. I was working on my build expressly to do that. Both block and deflect. That's pretty funny. I feel like when I hit him, I do 2k. I just hardly hit him. Misses and deflects. Like, I can kill this guy. I'm gonna need much more into this skill. That's not been on. Life should not be this hard. Okay, there we go. Mighty Belt. Shoulder guards. Middling. Bulwark. So this is a cool shield that gives a lot to Veil of Shadow, which would be another, like, method I could use to get through things. This also gives Shadow Strike. So I could, you know, you could build Shadow Strike on this and just Shadow Strike around and have an Ice Aura and do all that fancy stuff. Like this. We're going to take the foot pads. That's not going to be any good. Nope. Nope. Alright. We're going to get out of here. I've done enough. This has slow resist, reduced entrapment duration. That helps a lot when they cage you. Bleeding resist, experience gained, and movement speed, a lot of it. Now, my elemental resists are really high, and the only resist my boots give me is elemental. So, this is going to help immensely. And I'm going to break these boots and get the antivenom salve off of those. And then we're going to head for Krieg. I got, I think, everything I want. Yep. So I can get the waypoint while I'm out here. Shoot, should I? Yeah, I can get to it pretty quick. Okay, sorry. Here we go. I'm skipping ahead. Getting things I shouldn't be, but I'm gonna run for it. I should be able to make it without any issue. Pop that. We're just gonna go. Little skeletons. That's so nice. So nice for a spam skill just to tear them up like that. Oh, I don't want to go down. I actually do want to go through those guys. See you later. These guys here. The yellow skeletons, they heal. They're healers. They heal the other skeletons. They are irritating, to say the least. Man, these guys, they're shields. I think it's just, the way shields work. It's harder to get shotgunned by multiple projectiles because the shield helps block. But there's not many skills that do this, so it's kind of a weird aside if you think about it. Alright. And you can see Twin Fangs firing every so often. That's, like, helpful to my overall damage. Okay, this guy, I can't recall, but I feel like I have to do his quests pretty soon. I have so much stuff. I picked up everything. It's because I had nothing. Now, I could go break down things instead, but I don't have that much money. What? Okay. So, this is a little quest. It kind of depends what item you want. I don't really care. I'm just going to side with the cart guy over here. You can go the other direction and kill this guy, and then his daughter shows up. You got to kill her too, and you get a special item from her. I don't think it matters. Alright, we're good here. This is great. I do plenty of damage. These guys are about the level we're going to see most of the time. We're going to warp out of here. Just going to go back to Devil's Crossing. I gotta sell all this junk. And then we are going to go for Krieg. Full tilt. I'm going to go straight for him. I mean, we're going to kill everything along the way, but we're going to straight for him. I don't want this. I don't think I need any of this stuff here. Oh yeah. I don't know why this is over here. Okay. And I've got all kinds of neat things. I can see. I could increase my cast speed and stuff now, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I would rather use this than only the description. It'll give me some more vitality resist, but it'll also give me some life steal. So my blades will now steal life if they weren't before. I don't think they were.
Come see what's left.
But I don't need his shield. I don't need this. Yeah, we're going to vendor all this. I'm going to use the crossbow. It does eat resources, but it's resource I can afford to get eaten. Okay, I do still want this. Yes, it seems like a wasted component, especially to pop it on these boots. There's a good reason. But I want the, I like the armor, I like the health regen. Extra poison resistance is good if I change something out. What came with poison resist was this crossbow, came with quite a bit, but that's fine. If you hear any mewing in the background, that's my cat coming in, yelling at me. Alright. He just likes love, that's all. There's gonna be a bunch of guys in here, but not for long. Okay. I thought I couldn't get through there. I was like, that's weird. So I should have better survivability. My energy is going to be the problem, but we may fix that by instead using this other energy thing, because I think that'll help. Groups like this, I want to just like fan the blades across the whole group. Stop. So does it say how many blades I'm shooting? 6. That's very nice. Look at that. One shot those guys down. So now we're going to be trucking. That was what I was waiting on, so we could actually, you know, go quickly. Gotta get the piercing for the blades. Gotta get the crossbow for the blades. That does vitality, so we can focus vitality. That's where we're going anyway. Grab this chest while I'm here. I may decide to skip totems for now. They're not going to give me much, and my stats are decent for the moment. I think I just want to move through things, because the goal is to pretty much get to Homestead as soon as we can, and I got to get through the quests around there. The hardest one, of course, is going to be pretty much the end quest, like the amalgamation. Amalgamation. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. I think that's correct. Amalgam? No, it's like amalgamation. Let's see. Anyway, that is the quest I need to complete so that I can get access to Common's Chosen. And I'll say, yeah, sure, I'll be a Nightblade to help you guys out. And I'll immediately go Necromancer and change my stats all around. These gloves are something to be considered. Yeah, they're okay. They have resist that I don't have the most of. Although my current gloves are fine. Let's see if guys pop up behind me here. See, what's also great about this is now you clear fast enough that you're going to gain good experience. Now, I'm not going to do this because it'll take too long and my energy just does not hold up against non-trash mobs. Case in point, this guy. Now, I'm going to shotgun him pretty well. So he loses a lot of life per shot, but look at my energy. Like, I just chewed it up. Guardsman helm. Very good helm if you can find, like, the shoulders or chest. Just great little early set. I'll hold it. Maybe we'll come across another piece. How's my scrap doing? Scrap is slowly recovering. Buying that omen. Shouldn't have done that. I'm not going to use it at all. I'm going to keep it as a trophy, though. It's just going to be our little, we won this from Grim Dawn. This level 25 omen sword that we never used. Because we had no reason to. Because after this crossbow, like, this crossbow is fine. We're going to switch to using something completely different. I actually don't know how well my lifesteal is doing either. Probably decent. 5% of 200 is about 10, so it probably gives me 50 hit points a shot. Yeah. Just rake across these guys like that. Okay, what did I do wrong? Oh, I gotta go around and around. So these guys popped up. I didn't realize I hit 21 until just now. That's fine. So if you want to feel real safe, you can just hold off on going to Krieg until you get to like, I'm going to raise this 2 points because the vitality resist reduction will help. And I'm going to put a point in the bar now. I'm going to start putting more points in the bar here. I'm going to have to take them back out later. Which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. You can get to 25 before you hit Krieg. It is not difficult at all. In normal, not even veteran, just normal. Run the laboratory rift backwards. Like, start at the rift and run backwards through all the ethereal crystals and ethereals everywhere. Just because there's so many big packs of enemies that if you have any AoE, you're going to clear really fast. And just run through that several times. It'll get you a bunch of aether crystals, and you'll level up really fast. But 25 is about the cutoff where it's just going to be too slow to bother. If you want to feel safe about Krieg, run that. It's safe and good as long as your resistances are alright. Because the aether crystals will do aether damage. So, like, if you got 41 aether resist, I have plenty. I'll go this way. I kind of like the area this way a little better. So Twin Flames is going to be leveling while we're doing stuff. And it goes off very often. So you're going to see it fire pretty much all the time. And if nothing else, we do have our little crossbow to fire a shot once in a while. No. I'm not going to pick up much right now. Because we're trucking. Okay, all these guys down here, I want to shoot through. So many of them. Yeah, see? Look at my experience art. The yellow is what I've gained recently. Look at that. Just tear through them, gain all the experience you can, destroy a bookcase along your way. Look for some good books to read to them over their corpses, you know. Type of stuff we like. Get through here. Now, one way you can go is up this way. I might pop up here real quick. But I still do want items. You want some items. You're going to get better ones in the next region. But we want some items, so we're going to, like, kind of hop in real quick. What we got in here? Got this. We'll just bust this wall open, go in here, and let's kill some spider boys. There's typically a good chest in here. A couple other things to get. So, legend, money. Another ribbon. That's not bad. We'll look at that one. Nothing. Okay, the chest did not spawn in there. That's interesting. Wonder where it could be. Oh well, we can go this way. Scrap. Very nice. The door. Some bugs out here. Just respect these bugs. Sorry, I said just respect these bugs. They aren't anything if you have good damage, good AoE, but if you have skimped on resist, they can be very dangerous. Like way more dangerous than they seem. They're just little roaches. And then we got this ruined shrine here. Yes, sir. We're gonna take our devotion point. All right. See, that's a nice little vitality weapon. The 8% attack damage converted to health. That's pretty nice. Problem is, we have no use for that. I'm going to take it just, you know, why not? Alright, devotion. I didn't show you selling back devotion points. I don't know what I want here yet. This might be one of the most effective early ones I could get. If I'm going to go for this first, which I might as well before Ratosh. You know, okay, we're just going to go with what we have. Let's speed up. Let's be quick. These guys are going to be everywhere. There's going to be so many of them. This is the point in the game. You're getting toward a boss, and enemies are going to be more or less swarming. So you're going to see more and more enemies all at once. line them up and blade through them. Let's see if your bleed can take them out. Look at this. It's just a big pack of experience for me. Very nice. One of the more fun parts of the first act, I think. Just clearing things out. Crown Hill's pretty. I think Crown Hill's pretty decent too. It's a short little area, but it's got good chests and a little secret area, so it feels like all sneaky to be there. Oh my gosh, I am destroying my energy. I gotta watch that more. Okay, we're gonna fix that. Ectoplasm on the ring. I got the ectoplasms from ghosts, so now we got more ectoplasm. We got more ring action going on. We need that apparently because we're just burning too many resources. Don't know if that'll be a long-term problem. I don't actually think so. Bone Harvest does cost a lot, but Bone Harvest is going to get reduced. With the weapons we're using, it both is going to have no cooldown, but it's also going to get reduced in its price, like how much the energy cost is, by 40% total. So while it may have more cost, it's getting reduced more, so a little bit easier to spam. It might still be hard on energy. We will see. There will be a node I get later. I might need to go for it a little earlier, so that might actually play into my plans here. There's a node I can get that will give me some energy leech on attack. It's only 10%, but because often as I throw blades or I'm going to shoot other things, I think it's worthwhile. Let's see, we can just fan blades into this crowd. 100% pierce, so it's going to just tear up the crowd. The single enemy is what's going to be the problem. Might need to get closer and reduce his resist and then kill him off. Alright, Badge Tenacity, that's an interesting one. Can't say it's good. Gunslinger, it's not bad. No resist though. Nope. Pierce and Vitality, interesting. My bleed's a little high, and that gives Vitality damage. Okay, save that. No. So Pierce Fire, Chaos Resist. So if you notice, the first thing I'm looking for on these like armors and stuff, I'm looking at resists first and foremost before I even bother with any other stat. If I'm not seeing good resists on it, I'm not worried about it. So the thing is with that, fire, cold, lightning resist, you don't want to pay too much attention to them. The problem is elemental resist does all three at the same time. It's just a better resist. If you get a lot of one resist, that's fine, but it's better to get elemental resist. Let's raise stats a little bit. That's part of the problem. I haven't been raising my stats, so my energy's been a little off. We're going to point a point here, just banking on maybe the energy retaliation will help a little bit. Probably not. Okay. One other thing I was going to get on the build is this guy, and his first node is 10% chance of 40 energy leech over 2 seconds, but I need 8 red, so perhaps I should go for the red first, but I'm going to need blue for red because I'm going to get Wendigo as well. So blue to 2 red, 2 red, 3 more red, the red from here, yeah, that'll be enough to get him started, and when he's done, then I can sell that back. So I need blue and red. And I need 6 blue. So I can't mess around and get Viper. Although Viper would be pretty decent. I think we're gonna have to take Sailor's Guide. And there's nothing wrong with Sailor's Guide, it's a good one. And freeze and slow resist are both good early on. And that's move speed. Okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna take this. Alright. Pop back to town real quick. This is something we haven't really done yet, which is sell back a devotion point. So, as I said, a full devotion constellation, if it gives you the resource that is enough to support it, it can support itself. Some of the early ones can do this. So I don't need the crossroads. That one right here at the crossroads anymore. That node's gone. I just sold it back. It cost me 25 iron bits and a single Aether Crystal. It says I have 76 because it's looking at my stash. I have 16 now. I had 17. We go back to the devotion grid now. I'm going to put that here. There we go. Once this is done, we can actually sell back that node as well. Now, I don't want to do that because I'm going to get Wendigo. This guy will give me back that point later. So, that's good. And I want Wendigo because it has just a really nice vitality damage over time that steals life. And that's going to be fantastic. So we're going to hop back out here. You can hear the guards fighting. So, I think we're going to head for Krieg. I keep saying that, but I keep meaning it too. So I'm having trouble paying attention to it because I'm watching enemy movements and such, and where they're spawning on top of me. But you might notice that if I get hit, I am gaining health back pretty quickly, and that's because I have just 5% leech on my attacks, and even that, it's only applying how much? 73% of that 5%. So I'm getting, we'll just say 4%. 4% is more like 80, but roughly 4% for every hit, for enemy hit with my damage. And I don't do a lot, but I do enough that it's a respectable leech. And right now I have 2,000 hit points. Now 22, that's low. But Nightblade has low hit points. There's not much I can do about that. Necromancer, when I take it, is going to be able to offer more. So I gotta be really careful how I play here. Alrighty. So, if anyone here can kill me, the mini bosses should be able to, if I'm not careful. And Krieg himself can kill me if I screw up. And just to let you know where we're at, we are currently at 0 deaths. So far, this is hardcore doable. I did almost die once though. So I can't say this is a safe build at all. Probably is going to require a lot of experience to play it in hardcore. Because there's a certain point you get to, I think it is hardcore viable, but definitely it's not right now. Right now is, I could fall over from anything. But any next level I get, I think I need to put into the mastery bar, because I'm doing enough damage, but energy's not keeping up. More energy would help with that. Okay. Just rake these guys. More energy would help. More stats would help. Because I think more spirit gives more energy regen, just a little bit. It's not much, but it's better than anything. And it won't cost, and it won't raise my skills anymore. But what do I have? I've got the Phantasmal Blades at 10. Not even maxed out. Like, they could do a lot more damage. And they could cost a lot more energy too. At this point, it might actually be more efficient to have stayed on cooldown and be using a different skill for just constant damage, like little fireball skills. Get out of my way. That said, I'm planning to play a spam build that's going to be doing something similar to this. Not the same. Certainly not the same. Similar. So I'm kind of getting used to how the build plays. My builds, I really like to play the game how the build is designed. So like builds that primarily use a leveling skill until you get all the way to 94 and then swap. Don't like them much. There are a few circumstances where it would be more or less required, because there's just no way you're going to be able to do it. They're not as fun, but if they can keep to the original spirit that I'm going for, like caster, that's best. Like, soldiers can level up anything just using Force Wave. I'm not really into that. Like, I like Force Wave, but I don't want to level every time doing that. And there's plenty of things to help you level. I don't really feel it's necessary. And I have to admit, for me, some of the journey is the fun part of the game. Sometimes the destination isn't fun. Now, this is bad. I put myself in a corner, because I didn't know that guy was around the corner, so I'm going to get out of here a little bit. I'm going where there's more enemies, though. But I've also got more cover in here. So I'm going to shoot Girthrand. What? Girthrand. Shoot Girthrand a little bit. And he's throwing these Aether Crystals around because he's rude. And he doesn't seem to mind vitality damage too much. So I'll get a little closer to him. I want to pop a potion. Okay, that's the wrong button. I'm going to pop a potion. There we go. So I'm not really getting hurt, but I'm not really doing this quickly. So, you know, that's a preview of what Krieg's going to be like. Just not as easy. Because Krieg has two forms. His first form is easy, but the second form is less so. But I'm very well in a level before I get to him, because I'm just trekking along. I did miss some... Oh wait, did I read those books earlier? I did not. Let's read all those, that'll help. I gotta keep using energy potions. So that's something to keep an eye on. We're chewing through energy potions, and I don't want to go this way. Now you can go that way. There's some treasures, and there's a totem down there. So if you want to explore, please do. I'm just ready to get out of Act 1. I feel like I'm ready. My resistances are good shape. I need better gear, but I'm not really gonna, you know, find what I want here. So I'm ready to get out. What I really want is I want to play the build as it's intended to be played with Bone Harvest. I have made a very similar build before, and it's great. It's so much fun. And the early damage is surprising. Like for how much, so the weapons reduce the cooldown, but they also reduce the damage, but they also reduce the energy cost. So you expect, well, yeah, I can spam Bone Harvest, but it's not as effective. It just does enormous damage. Like, I don't, this is not bragging or anything, like maybe humble brag incoming, but it was like 40,000 damage by level 40, and it would just sweep out enemies. Like, you wouldn't run out of mana only because, I keep hitting 3 instead of E. You wouldn't run out of energy, not because it wasn't using your energy too fast, just because things weren't surviving long enough for it to be a concern. Okay, so this guy's up here. He's another little mini boss. So we're just going to put damage into him. There's a lot of this missing going on. What's the problem? Oh, okay. I wasn't paying attention. Just cut him down. There we go. Dropped a slugger. I don't think about that. The funny thing about this, I think it benefits for being as close as possible because it can shotgun. But Nightblade, you really don't want to be as close as possible. Alright, put a portal here. I don't know why, because if I die, I'm just probably going to call it and say, okay, I can't do it in this character. But 1, 2, 3. We're just going to head up on the line. Elemental Awakening will help me in various ways. Nether Edge is probably a good idea because the bow also converts chaos to vitality, so I can make use of that. Alright, here we go. Now, Krieg's going to summon his little buddies here. I don't think I really care about them. And he puts down Sunder landmines. There's one over by the desk there. I think you saw the green circle. That's where it's at. That will stay there a very long time. I do not know if it goes away. And I likely will run into it. It's probably one of the more effective Sunders in the game. Just because... yeah, see, now it's right next to him. Ooh, see how much damage he did? Ow, get hit by that. That's not a good idea. So, okay, that one over there just exploded. Like, it just went away. Alright, he's in second phase. Second phase, we're going to kind of play keep away. He's going to charge at us. We just don't let him. He's going to shockwave. We stay away from that. Now, he's going to fire his crossbow darts. Just run out, like, half moon around him. He's going to shockwave. Go do that. Okay, don't stand there too long. It has a very slight delay, but he holds up his crossbow, and that's when you should start moving. Okay, here comes his crossbow. 1, 2, 3. Okay, excuse me, I have to pause for a second. And I'm back. Okay, let's get this done. Whew. A little bit of real life. We had a weird issue with our car where the locks just busted and couldn't get the driver's side door open. So that was just the mechanic calling us back, saying it's all set. It had been through 2 mechanics already that their problem was they couldn't get the door open. So they couldn't get it open to, look at anything in there. I can talk about this while I fight Krieg. Oh, okay, that didn't work. You're going to get hit every so often. But we cleared him quite easily. No problem whatsoever. Just stayed away from him. And that green stuff does damage you. But we're fine. We're good. And he's got a couple chests back here. We'll check them. Nothing on the mantle to shoot. Oh, clock. Yeah, I do like destroying the clocks. Wild color skins. It's a small set. It's a shaman set. We're not going shaman, but we'll grab it. The ring. Nothing special. I'm just grabbing it because rings are small. They're pretty worthwhile to sell. They're worth quite a bit, and they don't take up much inventory space. Get back to Devil's Crossing here. We are going to sell what we have.
Give you a good price.
I'm not going to keep any of this. I like this tainted brain matter, though. That's a good crafting component to keep around. That poison and elemental. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to do that. Oh, well, 14 elemental is better than both the fire and lightning, I think. Although it doesn't give as much. It gets cold as well, which is nice. It doesn't give pierce, doesn't give chaos. Nah, forget it. I'm going to sell... Were the gloves here? The gloves were a big maybe. Probably not. And there is his shield. It gives bonuses to Blitz. So if you're using Blitz, this is like one of the first things. The helmet also does too. So like, notice 0.4 minus on the seconds to Blitz. This is 0.5. So you subtract Blitz's cooldown by that much. That is very nice to have, both of those together. This belt might be better than the Warchief's belt. Not on the armor, but more of the stats that are important to me. It might be better for me. Especially the vitality, since that's low, it might bleed things high. The piercing does drop a little bit, and it's already a little low, so that is a consideration. So we're stopping at 23. Well, we're going to turn in request, get our next one. Oh, you know what? They can reward us for
defeat is a great victory for us.
Grimdawn is very good about being okay with you completing quests when you want to. I think there's a few exceptions where you might get less of a reward or
in my absence. You've done with a bridge northwest repaired.
Alright.
You work fast.
Already killed that guy, so I get,
we'll need more of
get
that for what area
stuff for him. And he's
Last
like,
I've seen, we have to hit them hard and fast.
What happened to Elsa? Well, she couldn't let it go. Yeah, that's a joke for everyone from like, what, back in 2010? Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Supplies are limited. Okay, I think we're going to stop there. We got our crossbow. We got Krieg dead. We are ready to go to the next part, and I have got the portal to just skip right ahead to the Arcovian foothills, just to give you an idea of what would happen next if you're the first time through. I went to this area early, because Grimdawn's also good about that. You can kind of break through the areas early if you know what you're doing. So there was a pile here that I paid resources into, and it fixed the bridge. That's why I went over there. You normally will go over there after killing Krieg, killed Skanks, I think his name is. That sounds right. Kill him, and he's the rest in peace scum, and then you continue through that area. I've already done a little bit over there, so I'm going to have kind of a hop, skip, and jump straight over to the little rovers camp that's over there, and blow up a wall, get our first when the game intends you to get dynamite. You can get it earlier. but that's when it's going to be given to us, and we can bust through a wall, and then we're going to continue. We're leaving with 13 scrap, 27 Aether Crystal, and we have really nothing much to spend it on right now, which is great, so we can store up supplies. Resistances are in really good shape. This one's a little low. It's only off by 2%, and I'm like, it's a little low. But it's we're in good shape with these. Aether and Chaos especially, those are hard to get early. They're actually pretty decent for where we're at. If we happen to find something with more piercing resist, we're probably going to swap in this belt. It's pretty decent. But I don't have a good option for that yet. We'll see if I do next time. So thank you again for journeying with me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and take care.